Warrior is a movie that delves into a world of MMA. It explores familiar themes of conflict and redemption, as characters fight for reasons beyond mere victory. While the film undoubtedly showcases thrilling fight sequences, it transcends the typical focus on violence. The characters' intense try to compete, fueled by both personal ambition and desire to support their families, adds a layer of emotional depth to the story. If you're looking for a movie that combines gripping action with compelling drama, Warrior is definitely worth watching. Warrior is a story of two extreme brothers, Tommy and Brendan, who not only face their opponents in the MMA tournament, but also the pain and resentment they hold each other and their father, Buddy. Tommy, a former Marine struggling with trauma and anger, blames Buddy for his troubled childhood. Brendan, a high school teacher and a family man, detaches himself from his past, but faces financial hardship which forced him to re-enter the world of fighting. These complex family dynamics reveal the film's central theme. Broken relationships are often the most difficult battles to fight. The film emphasizes the importance of redemption, both for oneself and within the family.
How's it going? It's going.
By the way, Buddy, a recovering alcoholic, seeks forgiveness from his sons for the damage caused by his addiction. Although the process is painful and imperfect, his attempts to reconcile demonstrate that healing is possible when individuals confront their past with honesty and humility. The physical battles in Warrior are metaphors for the internal struggles each character faces. Tommy's ferocious fighting style reflects his anger and emotional turmoil, while Brendan's calm and methodical approach represent his resilience and determination to provide for his family. The film uses the brutal and often violent nature of MMA to illustrate how people fight not only external forces, but also the demons within themselves. The physical toll of fights mirrors the emotional pain the character experience, emphasizing that true strength lies not in avoiding challenges, but in enduring and overcoming them. A key message in War is the power of perseverance. Brendan's determination to win the tournament stems from his unwavering love for his family. Despite being the underdog, he refuses to give up, proving that the resilience and hard work can overcome seemingly unsurmountable odds. Tommy too demonstrates perseverance, although fueled by anger and unresolved trauma. His journey highlights that even those burned by pain can see redemption and transformation. The movie also underscores the importance of purpose and motivation. Brendan fights to save his home and provide for his loved ones, while Tommy's motivations are more personal and tied to his past. These contrasting motivations are demonstrate that people are often driven to persevere in different ways, but the underlying will to survive and overcome challenges remains universal. The character relationships are fractured by past mistakes, but the film shows that reconciliation is possible when individuals are willing to confront their pain and offer forgiveness. Buddy's character are also reinforced this message. As a man who has hit rock bottom, Buddy's sobriety and remorse highlight that it is never too late to seek forgiveness and redemption. His weakness and regret serve as a reminder that God often requires acknowledging one's mistakes and making amends. One of the subtle but yet meaningful contrasts between Brendan and Tommy is their relationship with music.
No walkout music, no sponsor.
He's well known for using classical music to teach his fighters.
Brendan listened to classic music, particularly Beethoven, during his training and moments of reflection. This choice of music reflects his calm, methodical, and thoughtful nature. Classical music, often associated with discipline and structure, mirrors Brendan's approach to life and fighting. It also represents his ability to find moments of peace and clarity amid the chaos of his circumstances. For Brendan, music serves as a tool for focus, control, emotional growing, allowing him to balance the physical and mental demands of his journey. In contrast, Tommy does not listen to music at all, which undergoes his inner turmoil and emotional detachment. His silence reflects his inability to find peace or connection with the world around him, or like Brendan, who uses music as a source of strength and calm. Tommy's lack of music highlights the isolation and anger. His silence is symbolic of the emotional wall he has built to protect himself from the pain of his past. Tommy's character is defined by raw, unfiltered aggression, and his refusal to listen to music aligns with his inability to process or soften his emotions. The contrast between Brenda and Tommy's relationship with music depends their characterization. The climatic final fight between Brenda and Tommy is not merely a physical contest, it is a culmination of their emotional and psychological struggles. Throughout the field, the tension between the brothers builds with years of resentment, pain, unspoken words coming to the forefront. The MMA cage becomes a symbolic space where the family conflict plays out in its rawest form. From the outset, Tommy enters the fight with unrelated aggression about his emotional turmoil and anger. He uses violence as an outlet for his pain. Tommy's brute strength and overpowering attacks demonstrate his desperation to dominate and, in a way, punish Brendan for what he perceived as a betrayal, for choosing a different path and a life of stability. On the other hand, Brendan represents the resilience and a deeper understanding of what is at stake. He fights not out of anger, but of necessity and love for his family.
I never even got the chance to say goodbye to my own mother.
The turning point of fight comes when Brendan dislocates Tommy's shoulder, leaving his brother physically vulnerable, but still unwilling to surrender. This moment is deeply symbolic as Tommy's refusal to give up mirrors his inner struggle to accept help, forgiveness, and love. Brendan's response, pleading with Tommy to stop fighting, demonstrates his compassion and desire to heal their fractured relationship. He refused to inflict unnecessary harm, highlighting the emotional weight of their conflict. In the final moments, Brendan secures a submission hold, forcing Tommy to tap out. As Brendan holds his broken brother, he whispers, "I love you," a powerful gesture that transcends the violence of the cage. This act of compassion and forgiveness represents Brendan's victory, not just in the fight, but in the breaking through Tommy's emotional walls. The embrace between the brothers signifies the beginning of reconciliation, as Tommy finally allows himself to be vulnerable and accept his brother's love. The final fight serves as the emotional resolution of the field, where physical conflict gives a way to healing and forgiveness. By the end, the fight becomes less about victory and more about redemption, as the brothers take the first step toward mending their broken bond.
You godless son of a bitch!
Back in the cage.
Are you serious? The vet that I train with, he means nothing to me.
Why are we here? Why are we here, Brendan? Why are we here? Are we here to win this fight?
I love you!